Back with another one, Bad News Brown. In this video, I want to speak a little bit about recent comments that Trick Daddy just made. If y'all don't know, of course, famous rapper Trick Daddy made some statements basically saying that he not African American, he never been to Africa, and he from basically Miami, Pork and Beans Projects, and something along them lines. Now, at first, when I first heard it, I kind of thought this was the case of the old, I'm not from Africa, I'm from Crenshaw Mafia deal. I thought it was kind of one of those, just, street ignorance. I'm just going to put it like that. But as he continued, he said some other things that warrant my response because definitely not gonna say he right, but let's just say what it is. He has a few points. What do you mean? Now, you may have heard a lot of videos, a lot of talk in the past and now on social media that we're not black. We're this, we're that, and we're not this and that. So basically, what he's referring to is what we call, or what is called like titles, like Negro, colored, the ER word, mean African American, which is like the new title. So that's what he means. But I want to speak a little bit more because, again, these are titles. Yeah, black is how we look, it's not who we are. There's no place called black land, black people land. Just like it ain't no place called white people land. So that's just the American crayon game. And I can even speak on the whole legal rights and the whole straw man too, because that's color of law. But I ain't about to speak about that. And that's way down a rabbit hole. But it all runs hand in hand. So I get what Trick Daddy means, and I didn't see his whole interview or whole quote, but I just want to put this in there. But that doesn't mean he's not African. Yeah, I never been to Africa either, but I'm Africa. And of course, there's a lot of recent talk that, hey man, there never was no slave trade, and we originally from America, and America is Egypt, and all that. But that's not true. Now, certainly, there were dark folk out this way. I mean, the Mississippi Temple Mound builders 8 years ago, Native Americans definitely was darker people. I recommend you to watch Hidden Colors too. But to say there wasn't no slave trade and all that, nah, it's too much evidence to support that. But I just kind of want to get into the whole name thing when it comes to us African Americans, because in my opinion that's a little bit where he was hinting at. And again, I didn't see what he fully said, so I don't know if he was hinting like, well man, I'm not African, not Afro, I'm India, my people's from here, my mother's from here, and all that. And all that ties into the whole reparations talk as well, because your roots can't be traced. And the quick rule of thumb is your last name. You got an English last name? Okay, you probably, unfortunately, your people was probably part of the slave trade. If you got an English last name, are you speaking English, right? All right, then you're not speaking your native language. And again, I just mentioned this in the prior video, we the only group that didn't ask to come here. We didn't volunteer to come here. You understand? We didn't immigrate here. You understand? But that ain't what this video is about. It's just kind of what I think Trick Daddy, where he was going with that when he said that statement. Now, I don't know what his religion is or what he go by. Again, like I said, where he was getting at. Was he going to say, oh, well, I'm a Hebrew Israelite and all that? And I can get into all that too, but that's beyond the scope of this video. But regardless, the main point is, man, like it or not, you from Africa. So remember Boys in the Hood? Yeah, that was the best scene in the movie. That was the main point. You understand? It's no different if me and my pregnant girl or something go to China and she pregnant and the baby's born in China. Do that make the baby Chinese? No. All right then. So Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying F America to that extent. Hell, our ancestors built this. Our forefathers built this country. That's who died for you. You understand? Jesus, he didn't die for you. I hate to tell y'all that. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother video down the rabbit hole. But I ain't even about to get too sensitive on this video. But at the same time, think about all that I'm saying, man. But so nobody's more American than us. So don't take this video as a anti-U.S. video, because it definitely ain't. But what I'm saying as far as the whole nature of the African American and the so-called African American, that's how I'll put it. You know, so if somebody saying, okay, I ain't African American, I'm a stolen African, I'd understand what they mean. Or because we use the terms black, them contemporary terms. So you may hear me say it all the time, but I understand black is a color. It's again, it's how we look at who we are. I understand that. I understand all man, human, come from Africa now over thousands of years, and they migrated and came in the three great migrations. So yeah, you do got a lot of Native American dark skin. Yeah, definitely. But even they come from Africa to study the Olmecs up in South America. But the whole point is, in light of the, that ain't the whole point. But, and I don't want to, because I ain't really trying to get no history lesson. This is really where I wasn't trying to go with this video. But I just got to mention it. Because we speaking on the crayon game. So when the first immigrants or pilgrims came here and they did what they did, unfortunately, obviously there was chattel slavery. So that's when a lot of us was brought over here. And these is where these terms and labels come from. So if that's what Trick Daddy mean, okay, he got a point. If he just talking out the side of his neck and he gonna, in my opinion, run it back to a religion or even on some Native American type thing. And don't get me wrong, we do got Native American. There isn't that such thing. You understand? It was people here before that, before Columbus. We understand that, definitely. You know, but as far as a brother, and I don't know if Trick Daddy was what we call FBA, because if not, then okay, I see his angle, and I don't really know. But when he made the statement about him being from Poking Beans, like again, that's kind of like hey man, I'm from Crenshaw Mafia, I ain't from Africa. So if he's speaking like that, I guess I'm Trey. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the truth, like it or not, you from Africa, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's for anybody out there. Now I know because traditionally propaganda, when you think of Africa, you think of poor, poverty. Don't nobody want to be associated with that. So you do everything to not be associated with that. But then you wonder why nothing don't work in life for you, because you trying to fight against the way God made you. It's like trying to put one of those square blocks in a triangle block. No matter what you do, the shit ain't gonna fit in there. It's not gonna work. So think about that, regardless of who you are out there. You understand? You gotta just gotta learn, man. But again, I'm all over the place on this video. But yeah, Trick Daddy, man. Yeah, by definition, yeah, you're not. If you don't want to be identified as African American or black or anywhere, okay. But only thing I gotta say about it all depends on where you're going with it. You know, if you want to go to I'm stolen African, then all right, you got a good point. But if you want to take it back to some religion, or if you're not FBA, then all right, I understand it. It makes sense for you to say that. But again, bad news, Brian. I'm out, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think.